So, our project was about the spiritual perspective of medical ethics, and I focused on the relationship between the human body and the soul. And the soul brings about an important question a lot of people ask themselves is, what makes me who I am? Is there a soul within me? Is it my personality? Is it my memories? And most people go with the soul side. They think that there's a soul somewhere inside of them that creates who they are. The reason why a lot of people don't go with personality is because if there's somebody else with the exact same personality as you, then you're saying that that person is the same person as you. So if me and Tessa had the exact same personality, are we really the same person? Obviously not. And the second thing that some people go with is memories. They say that who you are is made up by memories. And the reason why this can be disproven is because you forget things as you go on. For example, an old person might remember when they were middle-aged, and the middle-aged person might remember when they were young, but the old person did not remember when they were young. So are you saying that this person and this person are not the same? Which doesn't make any sense, because if A equals B and B equals C, then you're saying that A does not equal C, which if you've taken math, then you know that that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So that is why the memory theory can be disproven. So what most people believe is that you are not your body, that somewhere inside of you is a soul that makes up who you are. And the thing about souls is that they're hard to prove because they're matter, but they're not exactly there per se. For example, ghosts. Ghosts, you can see them, or if they're real, you can see them, but you can walk through them. They don't take up any space, but yet they're still there. So that is why the soul is kind of controversial. But most people who believe in the soul are usually more religious. They think that their soul doesn't belong to them, or that their body doesn't belong to them. It was given to them by God, and that their body just houses their soul for their time on earth. And that is why a lot of people will refuse medical treatment. They think that their body belongs to God, and that they shouldn't do anything to their body to make it different than the way God gave it to them. To them, this is like borrowing a shirt from someone only to rip holes in it because you think it looks cooler that way. It's unacceptable to them. And this goes along with a verse in the Bible. Do you not know that you are the temple of God and that the Spirit of God dwells in you? If anyone destroys the temple of God, God will destroy him. For the temple of God is holy, and such are you. So you're not to destroy what you're in. You're not to harm your body in any way. And so this brings about an important question is, should your views on how your soul relates to your body affect how you decide what to do with your body medically? So I need people to give me their opinions on that. How does that influence decisions we make about altering our body medically? So should our religious views change how we alter our body? What do you guys think? Raise your hand. Evan.
Alright, so I think there's a point where you go too far. Like, if you're going to try to transform yourself into a superhuman, I think that's going too far. But to try to make you live longer and get the most out of your life to make a difference, I think that's okay.
Okay. Wilson?
If there's a disease that's coming and the only way you can stop it is through medicine, and you don't because you think that your religion, it says that you can't apparently destroy the temple. Well, you can't really destroy a temple if there are no temples left because the disease wiped them all out and you couldn't do anything because God would protect you, but he didn't.
Okay.
So now he has to.
That makes sense. What does anybody else think? Shannon?
Well, I have a question. Would doing anything such as taking the medicine if it's against your religion, would that be considered a sin? Or
Um,
would it?
To some people, like really fundamentalist Christians don't want to do anything that changes the earth. Some of them, most earlier Christians didn't even want to cut their hair because God intended them to be exactly how they are now. That's why a lot of people don't want to get tattoos. Some of them don't accept medical treatment. Personally, I think that my body is mine and I'm going to do whatever I want. I'm going to get medical treatment and get tattoos and cut my hair however I want. But that's my opinion. Yeah. Is there anybody else who has anything to say about that? No? Yes? Gary?
I mean, it's your life, so you can do what you want to, but I kind of strongly recommend that if there's a massive sickness that could very well kill you, that you should probably accept treatment for it if it's available. I mean,
I see what you're saying. Okay. So, along with your body not being you, another quote that a lot of people say is, begin to see yourself as a soul with a body rather than a body with a soul. So, like I said, a lot of people don't see this body as themselves. They just kind of see it as a thing that's used to hold themselves as they're here. And after their time on earth, their soul will drift out of their body and someone will go on to some sort of afterlife. And so, it just depends on how you view your body, about how you change it. If you view your body as a temple of God and you don't want to do anything to it, then that's your decision. And then some people view their body as their own and they will do what they want to it. But viewing your body as something of God goes along with not wanting to accept medical treatment, which is Tessa's part of our project. Go Tessa, yay!
Okay, so I focused on why people choose healing from God over medical treatment, and most of the common names for that is like spiritual healing or faith healing. And but scientific evidence doesn't support claims that faith healing can cure cancer or any other disease. But it can promote peace of mind, reduce stress, relieve pain and anxiety, and strengthen the will to live. And people who seek help through faith healing and are not cured may have feelings of hopelessness, failure, guilt, worthlessness, and depression. Relying on this type of treatment may have some serious health consequences, including death, disability, and other unwanted outcomes. And another topic I focused on is like if a child was sick and they didn't have the ability, like an infant, if they didn't have the ability to tell if they wanted healing from God or medical healing or treatment. And so while adults may choose faith healing over medical care, communities often become concerned when parents make such choices for their children. And this concern has made organizations work toward creating laws to protect children from inappropriate treatment by faith healers. So like parents can make the decision for their kids, but there's a boundary for how far they can go.
Wait, how long do you say your section is?
mine's about 6 minutes.
Okay, I want to stop.